Hello, my dear kids. How are you all? I hope you all are fine and taking good care of yourself. Welcome back to the e-learning class of English. Today we are going to cover two topics from your Cornerstone Grammar and Composition Skills book. So let's start. Now, in today's class, we will learn all about adjectives. Okay, you will come to know the kinds of adjectives, degrees of comparison. So, we are going to cover everything related to adjective. So, let's start. But the first thing which you need to know is what is an adjective? Adjective is a word that describes a noun or pronoun. Remember kids, adjective is a describing word and it describes a noun or pronoun. Or you can say that it adds meaning to a noun or pronoun. Now for understanding adjectives, first we need to revise what is a noun. So, you all know that a noun is a name of a person, place, animal, things or idea. Okay, so a noun is the name of a person, place, animal, things or idea. So, adjectives, adjectives describe a noun. For example, in case of MS Dhoni, what are the qualities that you think about MS Dhoni? You can say that MS Dhoni is a best cricketer. MS Dhoni is a good person, or MS Dhoni is a clever captain. So here the words best, good and clever describe MS Dhoni as a person. Now for a place, you can see the picture of Red Fort. You can say that Red Fort, it is old. It is of red color and the red fort is beautiful. So here old, red, beautiful. They describe what? They describe Red Fort as a place. For animal, you can see the picture of a tiger. You can say the tiger is very strong. The tiger is angry. The tiger is a wild animal. So the words strong, angry, wild are the words that is used to describe tiger as a animal. So the next one is thing. Here you can see a picture of a ball. For this ball we can say that this is a colorful ball, or you can say it has 6 colors and it is big. The ball is big. So here 6 big, colorful are the words which is used to describe the ball as a thing. Now last one is about idea. Here a boy is sleeping and he is dreaming something. He is thinking about something. He is having a dream. So you can say that Ram had a scary dream, or Ram had a great dream, or Ram had a funny dream. So here the word dream is described by the words great, scary and funny, which shows that how the dream or what kind of dream the boy is seeing. So these all words best, good, clever, old, red, beautiful, etc. These words are describing the noun. So these words will come under are known as adjectives. It will come under adjective. Now look at some more example. Rajesh is a tall boy. Here we are describing Rajesh and how quality of Rajesh. How Rajesh is? He is a tall boy. So tall is the adjective. Now this is a small ball. Here we get to know about the size of the ball. So the word which is describing the ball is small. So small is an adjective. Last one, Shreya has 5 chocolates. Here we get to know the quantity of chocolate Shreya has. using 5. So 5 is the adjective. Now I think you all are clear about adjectives. Now let's move towards the different types of adjective. So the first one is adjective of quality. Adjectives that tells us about the quality of nouns. Okay, quality means big, fat, small, long, short. These are the qualities. So the adjectives that tells us about the quality of nouns is known as adjective of quality. And adjective of quality tells us what kind of material or what kind of noun is it. Like here I have written, I have a nice teddy. So what kind of teddy it is? It is nice. Or you can say that it is of brown color. It is cute. It is soft. Okay, it is happy, awesome, small, beautiful. These all words are telling us the quality of the teddy. So these words will come under adjectives of quality. Now next kind of adjective is adjectives of quantity. Adjectives that tell us about the quantity of nouns. Okay, is known as what? Adjectives of quantity. Like little, some, enough or more. These are the words that tells us how much quantity of noun is. So here remember that adjectives of quantity tells us how much. For example, I have enough money. How much money you have? You have enough money. So enough is the adjective. Or you can say that I have some money. I have little money or I have more money. Here the word enough, some, little, more shows how much quantity of money you have. So these words will come under adjectives of quantity. Now the third one is adjectives of number. From the name itself, it is clear that the adjectives that tells us about the number of people and things is known as adjectives of number. Okay, so it tells us the number of people and things. These are countable. Okay, it tells us the answer. It gives us the answer how many. For example, Shivi has 2 apples. I have an apple. Kiran has 6 apples. So here 2 and 6. They are showing that how many we have. How many apples we have. So this will come under adjectives of number. Next is ordinal adjectives. The words first and second are derived from numbers and are also called adjectives of number. They tell us about the order of things in a series. Therefore, they are called ordinal adjectives. In maths, you have already learned about ordinal number and cardinal number. So, ordinal numbers are the numbers. Ordinal numbers are the numbers which shows the position. Here in the same way, ordinal adjectives shows the position. They also come under adjectives of number. Like first, second, third, fourth, fifth. These words are showing the position of something. So it will come under ordinal adjectives. Now the last type of adjective is demonstrative adjective. Adjective that points out a person, thing or animal is known as demonstrative adjective. And it gives the answer of which one. You will come to know the adjective which gives us the answer for which one will come under demonstrative adjective. Now, there are 4 types of demonstrative adjectives. That is this, these, that, those. In my previous video, I have already explained you how to use these words. Okay, this is used when something is near and it is singular. Like in the example I have written, this book is mine. It is near to us and this is singular. These we are using when something is near but it is in plural. Like, these books are mine. Here I have shown 3 books. So it means it is plural and it is near to us. So we will use these. Next one is that. When something is far from us and it is singular in number, that time we use the word demonstrative adjective that. Like, that book is mine. Okay, and the last one is those. We use those when something is far from us and it is plural in number. Like, you can see 3 books I have shown there. And it is far from us and it is plural in number. So what we will write? Those books are mine. So now, kids, don't get confused with demonstrative pronoun and demonstrative adjective. You all know that a pronoun is a word which is used in place of a noun, whereas an adjective is a word that is used to describe a noun. So, for example, this I have written there, this is a good book. Here, after this, just after this, I have not used any noun. Just after this, there is a word is, which is a verb. So, it will come under demonstrative pronoun. In the next example, it is, this book is good. Here, after this, I have used a noun that is book. So, after the demonstrative words, this, these, that, those, if there is a noun, then it will come under demonstrative adjective. Now, I hope you will be able to differentiate between a demonstrative pronoun and a demonstrative adjective. Moving on to our next topic, that is degrees of comparison. Remember, kids, that there are 3 degrees of comparison: positive degree, comparative degree, superlative degree. Okay, so there are 3 degrees of comparison, that is positive degree, comparative degree and superlative degree. Look at the example. Here you can see the picture of 3 boys, that is Ajay, Vijay and Rajesh. First sentence I have written that Ajay is a tall boy. Here we are just describing Ajay. In the second one it is Vijay is taller than Ajay. Here I am comparing Ajay and Vijay. That means in the second sentence I am comparing 2 persons. Now, in the last one it is Rajesh is the tallest boy. That means I am comparing Rajesh with the rest 2, or I can say that here I am comparing it with comparing Rajesh with all. So, what is a positive degree? You can relate this example with the degrees of comparison. So, a positive degree is the simplest form of the adjective, and we use it just to describe. We don't compare in this kind of sentence. Okay, when a sentence is in the simplest form and we don't compare, we just describe the noun, it will come under positive, the adjective will come under positive degree. Whereas comparative degree means when we are comparing 2 people or things. Remember that a comparative degree is always followed by the word then. And the last one is superlative degree. Superlative degree means when we are comparing more than 2 people or things. Okay, when the comparison is done by more than 2 people or things, and we always has the word the before the superlative adjective. So I hope these 3 degrees are clear to everyone. Positive degree means simple form. Comparative degree means when we compare between two person or thing. And superlative degree means more than 2. When we do the comparison, it will come under superlative degree. Now rules how to change an adjective from the positive degree into its comparative and superlative degrees. Let's see rule number 1. Most of the adjectives form the comparative and superlative degrees in the following manner. Positive degree, with positive degree, what we add? We add ER and form comparative degree. And when we add EST with the positive degree, we form superlative degree. For example, high, higher, highest. Short, shorter, shortest. Strong, stronger, strongest. Sweet, sweeter, sweetest. Here, in order to form comparative degree, I have added ER with the positive degree, whereas in the superlative one, I have added EST. So, this is rule number 1. Now, rule number 2. When the adjectives end in E, they form the comparative and superlative degrees in the following manner. And what is the manner? We just add R to form comparative degree and ST to form superlative degree. Like here you can see all the words which I have written in positive degree. The last letter of the word is E. So the word is large, wise, fine, noble. So in order to make it into comparative degree, I will add E. So it will be larger, wiser, finer, nobler. But in order to find superlative degree, I will add ST. So it will be largest, wisest, finest, noblest. Okay, I hope rule number 2 is clear to everyone. Now rule number 3. For an adjective that ends with a consonant and a Y, what we do? We drop Y and then we add ER and EST to form the comparative and superlative degrees respectively. For example, happy. It is ending with the letter Y. So in order to form comparative degree, what we will do? We will drop Y and we will add IER. So it will be happier. Now in order to form superlative degree, what you have to do is you have to drop Y and add EST. So it will be happiest. Okay, so remember, if the word before Y, if there is a consonant, then you will drop Y, and to make comparative you will add IER, and in order to form superlative you will add what? IEST. Now next one is rule number 4. An adjective with one syllable that ends with a consonant but is preceded by a vowel forms the comparative and superlative degrees by doubling the consonant and adding ER and EST respectively. For example, red. It is having one syllable. So in order to form comparative degree, what we will do? We will double the consonant. So we will make it double D. And then we will add ER. So it will become redder. In order to form superlative degree, what we will do? Red, and then we will double the last letter, that is D. And then we will add EST. So it will be reddest. Okay. Now next rule is rule number 5. Now suppose an adjective has 3 or more syllables. Form the comparative by adding more and the superlative by adding most in front of the words. For example, remarkable. In the comparative degree, it will be more remarkable, and in superlative degree, it will be most remarkable. In the same manner, for exciting, it will be more exciting, most exciting, beautiful, more beautiful, most beautiful. Now, let's see the last rule. Some adjectives do not follow any of these spelling rules while changing into comparative and superlative degrees. For example, good and well. The comparative and superlative degree for good and well is better, best, respectively. Bad, worse, worst. Little, less, least. For many also it is many, more, most. For much it is more, most. Old, you can write elder or older in comparative form, whereas in superlative form it will be eldest or oldest. Both are correct. So I hope that these adjectives are clear to everyone. Now you will be able to identify adjectives. You can identify what kind of adjectives it is, as well as you will be able to form different degrees of comparison in a correct manner. If you have any doubt related to this topic, then you can ask me during the live session, and try to complete the exercises by your own. Thank you.